retreat until that blink comes off a cooldown. CauthonLuck are going for factory, most likely to get some medevacs out on the field to support his bio here. I like the warp prism. I completely missed that because I've been focused on watching CauthonLuck defend his base. So let's take that opportunity, the little prod, to go back and check out Whiteraw's base. He's still on 4 warp gates. Starting to stock up some excess minerals, possibly be able to use that to get an expansion up soon because he really does need an expansion. He is behind in the economic race. If he's going to stay on one base, he needs to keep doing more damage with these blink attacks here. He did manage to kill the SCV on this factory, forcing it to stop for now. CauthonLuck has not gotten back onto that factory. It's so close to being done. He really needs to pick up on that and finish that factory so he can get some medevacs out onto the field. He is temporarily supply blocked, and he did lift one of his barracks up here just so he could get vision up the cliff. It means he's operating on just a little bit less macro capability here, which is good for Whiteraw. I'm surprised he's not added more barracks at this point, but his income, he is doing a good job of keeping his minerals down, so he is spending them in other places, teching and making teching and researching upgrades and that sort of thing. And he's doing a really good job of being aggressive with these stalkers on the cliff. Thanks to this warp prism, he's going to be able to chase this barracks away, almost be able to kill it. But a bunch of bio comes down the ramp from CauthonLuck. He's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage to these stalkers, bringing the barracks back just so we can get vision up this cliff. He really needs some medevacs so we can get up there and drop to take this out. Another blink attack from Whiteraw takes out both the turrets, but not before the observer's down. So that's a little bit unfortunate. He's not going to be able to blink reinforcements up, and he's going to have to pull back. I do like these two-pronged attacks because every time I switch my camera, he's attacking at the other end again. CauthonLuck is having to split up his army in order to deal with this, and these great aggression attacks by Whiteraw is doing a good job of nullifying the expansion of CauthonLuck. He had to pull all of his SCVs away from it in order to not lose it while he's building his own. It's actually just finished. He's now going to add more gateways and continue to be aggressive, and I really like this play from Whiteraw because when the Protoss players sit back and let the Terran players just build up a ton of Marines, it can be so difficult for them to combat it. CauthonLuck really needs this medevac to finish. He's going to have to be careful that it doesn't get focused down though, because just one medevac, if it just gets shot down, he could be in a bit of trouble. He needs to get some units up onto that cliff somehow, plus some Marines to get that warp prism out of there. Possibly if he could get a Viking out just to power down that warp prism, that would probably be pretty nice. It would be able to cut off the flow of reinforcements. He does blink down the cliff, which might have been a possible blunder. He's losing stalkers. But CauthonLuck's out of position, holding this off with just a couple of units. He is focusing the medevac now, which is a good move by Whiteraw, but CauthonLuck has decided he's had enough of this crap. He's going to go and attack Whiteraw and try and stem this aggression by doing some of his own. This means that Whiteraw is going to have to warp in at his own base instead of at CauthonLuck's. He's going to have to defend, and these Marines are doing really well. Look at how quickly these stalkers are going down, but he does pull the probes, and that is going to be enough to help those stalkers out just that extra little bit. That was scary for just a moment on Whiteraw's end. I was worried he might lose the Nexus if he wasn't careful, but he did get back there and defend quickly enough. At this point, CauthonLuck's main is running out because of these mules. Actually, Whiteraw's is almost going to run out faster. That's a little bit surprising. So if we look at CauthonLuck's natural, though, he's already a good ways into those mineral chunks. He's probably going to want a third base soon. But with Whiteraw all over the place in the middle of the map and on his cliff, that's going to be very, very difficult for him to secure another expansion. There are the extra barracks I was talking about. Those do seem like he could have gotten those earlier. I'm not entirely sure. He has been spending money on upgrades, like I said. He's going to get 2 Vikings out, which I think is a good move. Hopefully to kill this this warp prism. Oh, he's focusing down the medevac. Can he unload the Marauders? Yes, he can. He warps in 2 units and then loads them up, and the Warp Prism is going to GTFO and run for the safety of the hills. But he's got to be careful. These Vikings are coming in. The Warp Prism is very, very fragile, and these Vikings do bonus damage against them. Where'd they go? There they are. So he's got to be really careful that he does not take too many shots here from the Vikings, or that's going to be a very dead Warp Prism very quickly. White Raw's stocking up some minerals, getting charged to add on to his Blink. I would like to see a Forge for some upgrades from White Raw personally, but at this point, possibly maybe even try and work towards a Robotics Bay to get maybe just 2 or 3 Colossus out on the field to support his units. With CauthonLuck still going pretty much pure bio, that would not be the worst idea in the world, but he has to be careful. CauthonLuck is going a bit heavier Marauder than you usually see, so any sort of Colossus play would be kind of risky. Oh, and he does kill the Warp Prism. That's pretty crucial on CauthonLuck's part, because it means that he does not have to worry about those back warp-ins quite as much, but it does look like he's going to get the Templar Archives and go for Storm instead of Colossus. Since he already has the Twilight Council, which is a half a step away, figured he would get Storm. If he was heavier Marine, I would really like this, but CauthonLuck has sort of switched into heavy Marauder with Marine support instead of the other way around. So Storm, I feel, isn't really going to perform to its optimum, but of course, if he can get enough Storms and place them effectively, it will still be able to do its job rather effectively. These Stalkers are trapped up on the cliff with Blink on cooldown. He does manage to blink away, but it gets caught by the concussive shell Marauders. Oh, and it barely gets away. I think he saw that proxy pylon there. Yes, he did. And CauthonLuck's moving in with a pretty strong push here. There's no way Storm's going to be finished in time. Oh, it's almost done. If he can move in here and stim down this Nexus, that would be very painful. White Raw's forced to move his Zealots forward to try to buy time. Oh no, his High Templar are getting shot from the cliff. Nice anticipation of the Storm by CauthonLuck, backing up before it's cast. Another good Storm there by White Raw. He's losing his Zealots to these Marauders at a very quick rate. Nice Storm dodge once again. Zealots charge in and start picking away at the Marauders. They're doing quite a bit of damage, but there are just too many Marauders here. I'm not sure why he's not kiting them, as they can only charge once on a relatively decent cooldown. Here comes the Archons, but those are not going to do anything, and they're probably going to get killed by the concussive shells as long as he stays on top of his kiting here. Yeah, there we go. There's the GG from White Raw. There's no way he can save his Nexus. So CauthonLuck does take this game. A nice little series there, back and forth. Nice aggression from White Raw with those Warpins and the Blink Stalkers. So thank you for tuning in to Roots YouTube. We will have more games for you coming up. So make sure you stay tuned to our YouTube page. We are going to have exclusive Root content posted here.